Hello, this is a video on producing an inner join. It's going to use our classic models table, and it's going to use classic model database, and it's going to use two things from that database, and I can't get them to come over, so I'll get them to come over from here. What it's going to use is the two tables I'm about to show you. Here they are. There's a products table that has a product code and a product name, and there's a product lines table that has a text description. What I want is a new temporary file that has these two items from this one and this item from this one, making a new record whenever the value in the product line fields is the same. The product line connects these two files. Over here in products, product line is considered a foreign key to get into product lines. That's what makes this work. Now, we don't want to keep the text description over here and the HTML description. That'd make this too large a file. So it's easier to separate it out. It even has a picture in it. So it wouldn't work too well. This is often done. We often have two separate two files that are connected by some kind of key where they have the same values in that key. So here I go. I hope I can write it. If I seem worried, it's because I've done this about 4 times and I keep making typos. So maybe this time things will work. I'll do the use classic models. And again, I almost typed it wrong. So let's see, that should do it. Yeah. Now I'm going to have my select. The first thing in a select is what fields do you want? I want product code. I want product name. And I want text description. As I said before, the first two come from one file, the other two come from a different file. Now I have to tell where I'm going to get these. I'm going to get them from. The first part of from is going to be products, and I'm giving it an alias because I have to type the name again. It's easier to have an alias for it. But that's not the total place I'm taking it from. I'm also taking it from the inner join of that products with products lines, product lines, product lines, which I'll alias as T2. Now, what do I connect? I want you to look and see that T1.product line equals T2.product line. I had to put the T1 and the T2 there because there's a product line in both of them, and it would get confused if I just wrote product line. It wouldn't do it right. So I'm going to go there. Once more, select product code, product name, text description, almost typed it wrong again. Text description. From products. T1. Inner join with product lines dot T2 on T1 dot product line, which for once I think is properly spelled, equal T2 dot product line. And that's pretty amazing. I'm going to take it way back because I want you to see the beginning of this. There's just too much here. You can see why that would make an awful database. This is telling me I have the product line and the product name and the text description. And the reason all of these are here is because the length of a record is too big. So it's showing me line after line of these. And here's the first one. The product code is this strange item here. It's a 1952 Alpine Renault 1300. And this is its massive description. Then there's another one here. That's an Alfa Romeo. And this is its massive description. And so on and so on. That's an inner join. That's our first example of an inner join. Now, if I have time, that sound in the background is my cat. She seems to always come out here to cry whenever I'm putting on a video. I think she wants to get on TV or something. Here we are. So I'm going to try a second join. And this one is going to connect two different files. The two files I'm going to connect this time are order details and orders. The reason I'm going to do this is this will introduce a few other little items that we don't have yet. So order details and orders, they're connected on the order number. Even though this doesn't go up there, that's what they're connected on. So now let's start writing this. Select again. What do I want to select? Well, first of all, I want to select T1 dot order number. I had to put a T1 there because there's an order number in both of them. Now I'm going to try something that may or may not be right here. Well, I'll go along with what I have. T1 dot status. And here's the new item. I'm going to have a sum of the quantity that the person ordered. So quantity ordered times the price for each. And I'm going to call that column, that sum, total. So this says, I'm not just putting in the quantity and the price, I'm going to compute the cost. I don't put that in the table because it saves room. Whenever I want it, I can compute it. Now, where am I taking it from? I'm taking it from orders which I'm calling T1, with the inner join of order details. Now that's interesting. Order details doesn't have a capital for the D. Everything else does. That one doesn't, which kind of surprises me. And I didn't put the order back in yet. Order details, which I'll give the alias T2. And now on, whenever T1 dot order number equals T2 dot order number, and I better not capitalize where I shouldn't. Now the caps lock's on, that's why I'm having trouble. Number. And one other item. I'm going to group them by order number. So there may be more than one item out there. And what I want to get is the big total. So let's see what we get. The very first line. Well, let's try it again. Select T1 dot order number, comma, T1 dot status, comma, the sum of the quantity ordered so far so good, times the price each, which I will call the total, from the orders table aliased T2, pardon me. No, that's T1. Inner join with the orders, with the order details aliased as T2 on the T1 dot order number equal T2 dot order number group by order number. There they are. Lots of things there. Awful lot of things there. Now, 10100 has this amount. Now, we ordered them by the order number. We could have ordered them by the status, which is what I really would have preferred doing, but I let it go. So I have to stop. I'm running out of time.